Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to Wednesday Up. I am starting a series for different methods on intuition. So each week, for the next few weeks, we're going to learn and practice a new intuition method. So this week, we're going to focus on the two-hand method. And I think this is probably the only one of the techniques that we're going to go through that I have already shared before on my YouTube channel. There is a video out there explaining how to do the technique, and every once in a while on my YouTube channel I have posted some exercises. But today we're going to do 3 different exercises that you can practice with me here live. And also, if you don't catch me live, you can go catch the replay and put what you get in the comments, of course, so I can see. And it also helps me give you some feedback as to how you could be approaching it differently if you're not getting it or it's not working for you. We can kind of troubleshoot together. As always, I appreciate all your questions, any topics that you want me to cover, so you can put those in the comments as well. I'd love to see them, or even reach out to me in email. My email was down for a little bit, but I think it's back up and running. It's Elizabeth at myspiritualbeginnings.com. And also, I wanted to let you know that my website, my new website, is finally up. It's still the same address as it always was, myspiritualbeginnings.com. And I have my intuition course live and ready for you guys. If you're interested in that, you could check that out. It basically goes through everything I know about developing your intuition with lots of exercises, so that's there too. All right, so today let's talk about the two-hand method, where you're going to use your hands to get feedback and information from your intuition. The way to do this, so the general technique that I share is where you get quiet, you say hum in your mind to basically clear it out and activate that intuitive mind. It basically switches you from your logical mind to your intuitive mind. As you say in your mind, you don't have to say the syllables out loud unless you want to. You say hum in your mind, and it just helps you get quiet, helps you focus your mind to switch yourself over to that place where your intuition can speak to you more clearly. And then you ask questions of your intuition. But in the two-hand method, you are asking, you're assigning an object or something to each one of your hands, and you're asking your intuition to show you which hand is better. So I'm going to give you examples with objects we're going to choose, but you can do this with anything where you have 2 choices. So for instance, if you have 2 different job offers and you're not sure which one you should take, you can assign hand 1 job offer A, hand 2 job offer B, and ask your intuition to show you which one is the better option. You can do it for romantic partners. Let's say you were asked on a date by 2 different people on the same night. Which one should I go on? Person 1 or place 1, hand A, place 2, hand B. Which one should I go on? Which type of entree should I pick at a restaurant? You can't decide between the 2. You can assign one meal to hand A, the other one to hand B. It literally will work for anything where you have 2 different options. And this could be limitless, anything at all. And you're going to ask your intuition to show you, you're going to follow the same method. So you're going to close your eyes, get relaxed. You don't need a pen and paper for this one because you're not asking multiple questions like you do in the other method. It makes it really simple. So anytime you have 2 different choices or 2 different options, this this is a great tool for you to consider using. So you get quiet, you say the ahams, you really focus, and then you assign one object or one item to one hand, the other one to the other, and you really pay attention to any kind of feeling, signal to your hands. Some people experience their hand tingling. Some people experience one weighing more or less. Now, what I have found personally for me, and you understand this through practicing, is that when I feel the tingling in my hand, it means the other option is the right answer. But for most people, or a lot of people, it's the one that tingles or feels heavier is the one that is the answer. So the more you practice, the more you're going to understand the way your intuition is speaking to you, which is why I always say practice is so important. So let's jump into one of the exercises. I have two objects that are pretty different. I have a blue rock with a sigil on it, and I have a shell. I specifically chose two very different objects. And in my left hand, I'm putting the blue rock and I'm assigning it to my left hand. And in my right hand, I am assigning the shell. I picked one of these, and I want you to tell me which one I picked. Now, because I am on video and this is going to be backwards for you, you might want to assign each of these objects to your own hands. So in your left hand, imagine the blue stone, and in your right hand, imagine that you are holding the shell. And you're going to ask your intuition to show you which object I chose. All right, so I am going to pause for a second here, and if you're watching the replay, you can always pause the video while you do the exercise and really relax into it and take as much time as you need to tune in and get your answer. Pay attention to any feelings in your body and really focus on your hands. Does it feel heavier? Is it tingling? Are you getting twitchy in your one hand? And take note of that, and then I'll give you the reveal. So I'm going to pause talking for a second and let you really focus on this. Which object did I choose? And of course, when you have your answer, you can put it in the comments. I'd love to see, and also I'd love to know how it felt to you. And like I said before, if you're watching the replay, also put that in there, because I'll come back and I'll see it. All right, I am going to reveal, so if you're not done, you can close it out for a second and come back. All right, so I chose the blue rock, which was in my left hand. If you, oh, Rhonda, hi, I'm so happy you're here. Yes, you were right. Left hand for blue. That's the one I chose. And you said you're being drawn to it, so I'm not sure how that felt for you, but just remember what that felt like, because when you're doing this, that's how hopefully it will feel every time when you're using the two-hand method. Okay, so the next one, I have two oracle cards. I have this one in my left hand, which is the number 13, and it says solitude, and it's kind of a dark scene. There's a tower and a moon, reflection, water, but very dark. And then this other one is this sort of happy, lovey feeling. It's number 36, two hands, commitment, heart. So I tried to pick two very different cards, like a sad one and a happy one, you know, kind of. All right, so assign these cards however you want in your own hands. You can use my hands, but I think it's harder over video. So I have this one in my left hand, commitment in my right hand, but that, like I said, you could assign it to either hand. It doesn't matter. And I picked one of these. I want you to tell me which one I picked. You ask your intuition, you assign them the hands, and ask your intuition to show you which one I chose, focusing in on the feeling of your hand. And I'll pause and see what you guys come up with. All right, I'll give you another second, and you can close my, or turn my voice down if you aren't ready and want to come back to it. All right, I'm going to do the reveal now. I chose this one, the Solitude kind of darker one that was in my left hand. And I just want to note here, so Rhonda is saying that she's not quite sure how it felt. So I would say you're probably getting the information not really using the two-hand method if you're not feeling any sensations with your hand. So to troubleshoot this, if you're not feeling anything with your hands, I want you to stop, kind of shake off the energy. I always, if you want to clear your energy, can like just touch my entire like energy system like with my hands like this and just clear off, set the intention that I'm clearing the energy and start over. Meaning taking your deep breaths, relaxing, doing the aham, then assigning each hand and asking your intuition to show you which hand. So just starting over, clearing the energy, starting the process, assigning the hands, and then see what you get. All right, if you're feeling like it's not working for you, because this works every time. It's understanding what that feeling means. If it's heavy, tingly, twitchy, however, it burning, some people get like a burning sensation. It's understanding if that means that is the one or it isn't. That's pretty much how it works. All right, I have two completely different objects. I thought this would be a little fun and maybe a little easier. I have a crown with some little crystals in it. That's cool how it's hitting in the sun. And a bathroom towel, a brown bathroom towel, plain old bathroom towel. Okay. The crown is in my left hand. The towel's in my right hand. And I want you to determine which one I chose. All right. Same process. And focus in on the feeling that you have and tell me which one I chose. And I'm closing my eyes because I'm continually sending energy to the one I chose. All right, I am going to do the reveal. So if you're not done, turn down the volume and minimize me while I give the reveal. All right, so I chose my right hand, the towel, the brown towel. That's what I chose. All right, so I feel like this is a good clairsentience exercise, right? Feeling. And a lot of times you talk about emotions, but there's also psychic touch of like actual physical touch. So this method really helps you develop that, get better at that, and this can be a great tool if you develop it. So on my YouTube channel, I do have a whole playlist of two-hand method. I don't have tons and tons of exercises, but you can play this with your children or partner, and if you guys want, we can do a chat box in this Facebook group that we can practice. I can post some and we can get even more practice. I'd love to do that. If you're interested, let me know. I hope you guys found this fun and helpful. And next week on Wednesday, I will be back with another method that you guys can use along with all the stuff that, if you've been following me and participating in Wednesday workshop, all the stuff we've already been practicing, you can put them together, and hopefully the more and more tools you have, the more you're going to feel like you're able to connect more deeply. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday. And I'm looking forward to joining you guys here at the same time next week. All right. Bye.